Hello everyone and welcome to FreeCAD tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to use the Additive Loft tool to create complex 3D shapes. And here is the shape that we will explain how to create in this video tutorial. The Additive Loft tool is given over here. To understand this shape and how it's being created, let's expand the created Additive Loft. And if you click on Sketch 1, you will see the starting cross section. This is actually the cross section over here. Then we have the second cross section, which is basically hexagonal cross section. If you click here, here it is. And then finally you have the third cross section, which is this cross section. You can see it over here. And this is a simple slot. The Additive Loft tool will create a 3D object by using these three cross sections. Namely, we start from this cross section, then we interpolate the shape to this cross section, and finally we interpolate the shape to the final cross section given over here. And by combining, by interpolating, we create this complex shape. The Additive Loft tool can be used to create a simple as well as complex objects. It can be used to create handles, different shapes, different 2D, for example, surfaces and other objects. And let's immediately start. Okay, let's start. Once you open FreeCAD, you will see this welcome screen, then click on File, click on New, and then over here, make sure that the part design is selected, and then click on Part Design and click on Create Body. Next, let's create our first sketch. To create the first sketch, click here and click on Create Sketch and select the XY plane and click on OK. And if you want, you can activate the grid here, and over here you can snap to grid. Let's create a simple circle. Click here and click on Create Circle by Center. And click over here, and this will be our starting cross section. Now, you can also constrain the distance of this circle by clicking here and clicking here while holding the Control key. That is, again, you click on the first point, press and hold Control, click on the second point, then expand this and click on Constrained Horizontal Distance and specify here 80. And this is basically the first circle. Then let's constrain the radius of this circle. You can simply here, click on Dimension, click on the circle, and you can specify 22 and click on OK. Do the right click and click on Close. And this is our starting cross section. Next, let's create the second cross section. To do that, click here and create a datum line and select the object's X dimensions to be a datum line. The datum line is a simple reference or construction line that will help us to create other geometries, and click on OK. Then over here, click again on the this option and click on Create a Datum Plane. And then for the datum plane, select this datum line, and you will see that the datum plane will be placed to be perpendicular to the datum line. And click on OK, and here we are. Now, let's assign a sketch to the datum plane. Click on Body, then click here, click on Create Sketch, and over here, select the datum plane, and click on OK. And now you can see that we are in a sketch that lives in the datum plane. And let's create the second object. To create the second object, click here to create a rectangular polygon and click on hexagon, click here and draw a simple hexagon. Over here, I'm not going to constrain the dimensions since you can constrain this distance, you can constrain the radius and all sorts of things. This is done in interest of time. So let's now close, and this is our second cross section. Now we have the first one, we have the second one, and let's create the third one. To create the third cross section, click on the body, then again click on here and click on Create Sketch. And then click on XY plane and click on OK. And now you're in XY plane. Make sure that you click here. And over here, we need to create a slot. To create a slot, click here and click on Create a Slot. And then let's create a slot. Click here. And then let's specify a slot. For example, this one. And then let's constrain this slot. To constrain the slot, we need to do the following. First of all, click on this point, press and hold Control. Click on this point, then click here and click on Constrain Vertical Distance, and let's go with 50 as the vertical distance. Then let's constrain the distance from this point to this center point. Click here, press and hold Control, click here, then click here and constrain horizontal distance to be 120. Now we have 2 degrees of freedom. Let's see what are the other degrees of freedom. We need to specify the width of the slot. This is relatively simple. Let's click on here, press and hold Control, click on this line, then click here and click on constrain horizontal distance, and let's go with 40. And now we are left with 1 degree of freedom. That is, we can move this up and down. So let's fix this. Click on this point, click on this point over here, then click here and click on constrain vertical distance, and let's go with 25. And that's it. Now we have fully constrained our loft. And now if I close this, you can see 1, 2, 3 cross sections. You can also add an additional cross section here if you would like. However, in interest of brevity of this video tutorial, I will stick with these 3 cross sections since they're enough to demonstrate the basic principles. To create the additive loft, simply click on Sketch, press and hold Control, click on Sketch 001, and then again click on Sketch 0002. It's very important that you click first, second, and third, and then that you respect the order, since this is very important. And now if you simply click on Additive Loft, voila, the Additive Loft is created. And let's analyze this Additive Loft. You can see how we started here with the circle, and then we have interpolated the shape until this complex shape over here, and then we ended up over here with this shape. Now, let's see what happens if I put a ruled surface. You can see what happens. A ruled surface means that you simply use a straight line to interpolate. However, you can actually click here, and let's see what happens if you select close. If you select closed, you will obtain something like this, which looks really nice, pretty cool, right? Since you have closed the complete surface. So let's now see what happens that if I, for example, click on OK, and here it is. You can see how Additive Loft looks nice. Let's now double click on Additive Loft, and then let's just click on Close and click on OK, and here we are. Here's our Additive Loft. It looks really, really nice. Before I conclude this video tutorial, let me show you a few tricks over here that you can use. For example, if you do the right click over here and if you click on random color, you will see that the random color is assigned to this Additive Loft. Another trick that you can actually use is the following one. If you click on body and if you click on view and if you click on persistent section cut, here you will get this menu, and you can cut on the through the X, Y, and Z axis. So let's see what happens if you start cutting through X. And then you have this slider, and if you move this slider, you can see how nicely you can actually cut this shape, and you can see how the cross sections are formed. For example, you start from here, and you can see how the shape is being interpolated until the shape over here, which is really, really nice. And then similarly, you can, for example, click here, or you can, for example, cut in Z direction, and you can see how nicely the shape is being cut in the Z direction. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons. And also on my YouTube channel, there are more than 1,000 free video tutorials covering different topics such as control engineering, control theory, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, robotics, etc. That's all for today, and see you in the next video tutorial.